Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I have not been on here in so long to do a video for you guys. I am just been, I don't know, it's just been kind of crazy. A lot going on that required my attention. And also, I think you guys, if you follow me on Facebook, you probably know that I've been very open about my recent weight gain. I've gained about 25 pounds and not feeling so great about myself. So when you don't feel too great about yourself and you're self-conscious, it's hard to come on and do videos for people, for makeup looks or hair tutorials or anything that you feel like you're going to be vulnerable and that people can comment on. So I just took a little time off. But I wanted to do a makeup look for you guys today, so we're going to do that. I am going to start out with my Age Elixir, Absolute Elixir Oil. This stuff is amazing, okay? And it's not just for your skin. You can use this on your hair. You can use it on your hands, your body, anywhere that you want. You can use this oil. And it just feels amazing on the skin. It has this really nice citrus scent to it, so it like really wakens you up. My skin for the most part has been really good, you guys. Not too dry. Of course, in the summer your skin tends to not be as dry as in the winter, but my skin's in a really good place. I do have some hyperpigmentation, some melasma and stuff from the sun, which I get every summer. Even though I use sunblock, I still get it. But for the most part, my skin's been in really good condition. So I have noticed as I've gotten older, however, I've had to wax more. I don't know. Do any of you ladies that are in like mid-50s, I'm 55, going to be 56 in December. I've noticed now all of a sudden like my upper lip, I need to like wax that every other day and tweeze and getting a little bit of chin hair. And I'm like, where is this all coming from? Like, why? Why is this happening? Because I'm older? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why it would be happening, but it is. So this is our Absolute Elixir Oil, you guys. It is amazing. It comes in a dropper applicator, so it's easy to use. And like I said, you can use this on your skin, your hair, anywhere. It's so good. My ends are like really dry on my hair. I'll put a little in my hands and I'll just like go down the ends of my hair, and it just helps so much. I have not been using primer, but if you guys want, we do have an illuminating primer and we have a matte primer, so you could use it. I'm going to use it today just for demonstration purposes, but honestly, in the summer, it's very rare that I use primer. But I keep my makeup really simple in the summer. I very rarely use a full face of foundation. My go-to is just the concealers. I'll spot treat my face with the concealers, and I put a little bit of blush, a little bit of bronzer, and then I might, that's about it. And then my mascara. I don't use eyeshadow in the summer. It's very rare unless I'm going to a function or something. You will not see me in eyeshadow in the summertime, but and I use all cream or liquid products from Farmasi. I do not use many powdered products except for our eyeshadows. So when you see me, it'll always be that I'm wearing the cream products, the Midnight Touch, the cream bronzers and blushes. Usually if I'm wearing a foundation, it's going to be these two mixed together, which is what I'm going to show you today, or one of our concealers as my foundation. And that's pretty much it. I don't really tend to use the VFX, which is an amazing foundation, you guys. If you're looking for a really good full coverage foundation that's not going to look cakey or dry on your skin, that's really going to look pretty and still have a little bit of glow, VFX will be your best friend. But you can use our concealers as foundations. They look so pretty on the skin. They give you good coverage. Today I'm going to use a mix of our BB and our CC in the shades light to medium. I like to mix because I like the benefits that I get from both. The CC cream will even out my skin tone. It has a little bit more hydration, I would think, in my opinion. And then the BB is just a really nice mix to that. So I just mix it on the back of my hands. And like I said, this is in the shades light to medium. And then I just go on and put that. I do have some irritation on my chin because I went and plucked the little hairs that I saw, and I got myself with the tweezers. So that's not acne, it's just me being too aggressive with my tweezers. So what you can do is, as long as your hands are clean, I sometimes will just go like that with my damp beauty blender because I just wet this, and I will go in and kind of just distribute that on my skin with my fingers, because the warmth of my fingers, I feel like, really help to place the product, and it looks really good. But you can go directly in with your beauty blender, or you could use a brush. It's up to you. And then I like to use my fingers too, because you can really get into the crevices of the nose, that crease. And then I just come down, make sure that my neck and everything is blended nicely. And I find that at my age particularly, less is more. I used to feel like you needed so much more in order to cover up things that bothered you on your skin, like things that you were, anyone was uncomfortable with. I always felt like, oh, you gotta put more will cover it. Well, that's not always true. In fact, you can actually age yourself by putting too much and actually enhance the issues that you're trying to cover by adding too much product or too many layers of product. So it's, in my opinion now, as I've aged, I just really honestly feel that less is actually more and looks better. Because if you're layering up too many things, trying to cover up stuff, it's gonna get cakey, and it's gonna still sit in those lines, fine lines and wrinkles. So you're still gonna have the product in those areas, only now it's gonna be like really thick. And in my opinion, a lot more noticeable than if you kept it light and thin. And I always tell my customers, make sure you're doing really good skincare. Make sure your skin is in really good shape. If you have dry skin, make sure you're going on with some type of serum or oil that's going to add that hydration in first before you go in with your foundation or whatever you're going to use as your foundation, whether it be concealer, BB, CC, full coverage, powdered foundation, powder to cream foundations, like whatever you decide that you're going to use. Just make sure that your skin is super hydrated if you have dry skin, and that's going to help a lot. And it's also going to add like almost like a barrier to your skin, so that if you're not going to, I'll get that after the cap fill. it's not going to, the makeup's not going to sit so much into those creases. If you are hydrated and your skin's plumped up, it's going to kind of even out those fine lines and wrinkles so that your product's not going to sit so heavily in those creases. So skincare and before prep is really important. So just keep that in mind. Again, to each his own. Everybody does things differently. So I am going to, now I've used BB and CC, so I'm not going to use any concealer. I don't normally use concealer. The only time that I will use it is if I'm using it as a foundation. And then again, like I said, I don't use powder, so I don't set my face with powder. I like a dewy look, and these products stand on their own. Even in summer, I'm not going to get all broken up. My foundation is not going to break up and look horrible because it's hot and I didn't set it. It stays looking really nicely, so I don't have to worry about any of that, which, thank God. I am going to go in and add a little warmth to my face. And I use, I go in between my Smize cream contour bronzer stick and the liquid Midnight Touch one. I don't know which one, I can't really say which one I like better because I pretty much like them equally, if that makes sense. This is our liquid bronzer. And then this one, I just got my new one in. You can see it's down to nothing. This one is a little bit deeper. This has the sponge tip. It's a liquid. This is a cream. I will say that the Midnight Touch ones, you do have to work a little more quickly with them to blend them out versus the cream product. So I am going to probably show you the Midnight Touch one. What's nice about this is it has a twist top, so when it's in a closed position, no product's going to seep out. When you open it and you squeeze it, then your product will come out. But I like that it has that safety feature so that you're not losing, product, because nobody wants that. So you can see it just comes to the top. A little is going to go a long way. And like I said, you're going to want to work more quickly with this product because it's going to dry down a lot faster than the cream. So I'm going to put it in where I want it. I'm going to push that in, and then I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender, and we're going to blend that in with the damp beauty blender. But right now I'm just taking a concealer brush, and right now it's going to look like, whoa, but it's going to blend out really nicely. And this is going to add a lot of warmth back into my skin. And if you put too much, you can blend it out. So don't panic. Just blend. And then take your damp beauty blender and now go in and just blend out. And it's going to soften it. You can see how much that damp beauty blender softens compared to what it was when I first put it on. And I'm no makeup artist, you guys. I just do what I like. I do my makeup the way I feel it looks the best. But because everyone's different, there is no set rules in makeup. So, you do you. Whatever way you think looks best on you is the way that you should do it. Don't let people discourage you from doing the makeup the way you want to. There's no right or wrong reasons. Don't get me wrong, there's some things that you should keep in mind, like making sure you blend, and especially at the jawline and your neck. And you do want to go over and get rid of streaks if you can. you know, so that your look looks, you know, pretty. You know, you don't want a bunch of streak marks. It's like if you're painting a wall and you go, one side you do with a brush and one side you do with a roller. Like you see the streak marks from the paintbrush, but then the side with the roller is just so smooth and looks so much better. That's kind of the same thing with makeup. Depends on what products you're using, what tools you're using, what method you're using to apply those products with. So some people, their skin's going to look better if they use a beauty blender. Some other people, their makeup looks better with a brush. It depends on your skin type. It depends on what products you're using. You know, technique. Not every technique's going to work the same on everybody. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to kind of take what people say with a grain of salt sometimes, because no one else has your skin. You know what I mean? You're the one that's got your skin. So no one else can really tell you what's going to work for you. It's trial and error. You have to try the products and see what things work better for you. Like, I've been with Farmasi almost 6 years. I've tried almost everything that Farmasi has come out with. Did all of it work for me? Absolutely not. There's some stuff that was a definite no-go for me and my skin type, my skin texture, or I might just have not liked the formula, but that's what I mean. It's trial and error. Like, you have to just really try things and try it in different ways. Don't just buy a product and just try it once, one way. Try it several ways and see. And if after a couple of tries and trying it in different ways, it doesn't work for you, then move on to the next. Try something else. Substitute it out with something else. The great thing about Farmasi is we have so much to choose from that if one thing doesn't work for you, it's not going to be the end of the world, because you're going to be able to substitute it out, which is really good. Really, really good. And I don't tan my face, you guys, so I use bronzer and contour to add a faux tan to my face, because I do not tan my face. I use a lot of sunscreen, so my face doesn't usually tend to get very much color because of that. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with one of the Midnight Touch blushes. And I think I'm going to go in with, Pinky Cloud is my favorite, honestly, of all the shades. I just love it so much. But let me see. Maybe we'll do Fame. That's Fame. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty color. But I gotta order another one, because this one is just my absolute favorite, because it has a built-in highlighter to it. So I love it. Love, 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 love that shade. And then we have some more funky shades like this one. But when you put it on, you can see it's not, you know, there's a difference there. But look how pretty that is. If you like more of a bold, although I will say, when you sheer this out, it's so pretty, you guys. I've used this as an eyeshadow. It's so pretty. But see what I mean? When you sheer it out, how pretty. So they start out like really dark, but they're so easy. Look how pretty. See how they look so nice, because they're so easily blendable. Let me see. Kind of torn on which one I want to use. Some of these are more like, I think, fall. This one I love as, I actually use it as a lipstick, as a lip stain almost. But look how pretty. If you blend that out. It's so pretty. That looks so nice on deeper skin tones too, I think. But I think I'm gonna go with my favorite, just because it has that built-in highlighter in it, which is the Pinky Cloud. So it'll be this one, and I might add a little bit of the Fame in with it too. Where did I put Fame? Did I put that away? Did I put it? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna unlock it. I don't know how much product's on the actual. So I'm just concentrating it right here for the moment. And then I will bring it up a little bit. See how pretty? You get like this very subtle hint of color and then this really pretty highlight. It's definitely going to be time to order a second one because I am empty. Hopefully I get enough out of it to, finish the look. And as far as blush placement, you guys, that's another thing that is totally up to you. It's like optional. Like everyone seems to feel that the blush should go in a certain spot. I say put it wherever the hell you want it to go. I don't know. It's preference. Again, everything about makeup is preference. So, you know, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Have fun with it, you know. I'm going to go with Fame now, and I am going to, you can see like I'm doing like very light, small drops, and I'm just going to bring that up this way and connect it to the color that I put there. I don't like highlighter in this area because I do have some fine lines there. So I don't really want to put highlighter there. But you can see now, just by adding that little bit of color up towards my forehead, you can see how much more this side looks lifted than this side. Okay. This side I put a little too much, but we'll even that out. We'll take the Beauty Blender. But see how much it changes the appearance of my face. It just makes everything lifted. See, and you still see the original shade. You can still see that beautiful highlight that it gives. I am just going to redot up here so that we look even. See, it just lifts so nicely. Then I'm going to take my damp Beauty Blender. And if your Beauty Blender starts to get dry, you can just spritz it with some more water. Have a little spray bottle of water next to you and just rehydrate it. Okay. Then if you want, you can take what's left on your brush and kind of go down the center of your nose, give it a little bit of that same pop of color, and you can actually just connect the two if you want. Like just bring it down this way if you wanted to. Okay. But see like how natural and pretty that looks? Like it's not overdone. It's just really pretty. It just makes my skin glowy and just gives that really pretty finish to my skin. Now you could forego the eyeshadow altogether, put some mascara on, some lip, and you'd be good to go. And that's normally what I would do. But because we're doing a video, we're gonna do some eyeshadow. So let me show you really quickly the different palettes. So we have Desert Sands. This one is very much loved and used by me, as you can tell. So you have a mix of shimmers, glitter, mattes, and they're all pretty much like these really pretty fall and bronzy shades that you can use in the summertime. So that would be Desert Sands. The next one would be Rose Dune. And Rose Dune is, again, mixtures of your glitter, your satins, matte finishes, pinks, purples, holographic in the middle. Really, really pretty. I usually will use these two the most. These, I'm sorry. This one I don't use as much. This one I do, but these are the three that I use the most. As you can tell, this one is my favorite. This one is a glitter, and I'm not a big fan of glitter because it's just so hard to get off. This is a really pretty shade also. Then this is Velvet Dusk. This is one of the newer ones. This is really pretty. These are more dark, deep colors. So if you like more of those smoky eye looks, or you like a deeper color range, then this is going to be a really nice palette for you. It's really deep grays, purples, almost like a really deep mauve with a different tone to it, like smoky grays. Then you have your really pretty shimmer, and then you have that one. So I mean, if you love like the grays and stuff and deep purples, you're gonna love that. You still get the benefit of these three lighter shades, and this shade's really pretty. So out of this palette, the one I use the most as far as colors are these right here. Those are the ones that I use out of that one. Then out of the other ones, this one is our Mirage, which is another one of my favorites. It's an all matte eyeshadow palette, you guys. So there's a color and shade in there for everybody that likes matte neutrals, okay? These two I love, I use all the time. I use this one all the time. This one once in a while. I use this as an eyeliner if I really want to do like a glam look or a smoky eye. I always use powder eyeshadow as liner. I don't use, usually I never use a cream eyeliner. This is a nice shade to do as a base if you just want to prime your eyes. This is a really good color. This one is really bright. So if you're looking to lighten, you know, like awaken your eyes and really brighten up. If you have really dark under eyes and you really want to lighten up your under eyes, you can use a little bit of this under there. So again, you know, this is almost like a terracotta. The black is, I mean, the black is dark. That's why you can use it as an eyeliner, because look how dark that is. It's super pretty. So that's the Mirage. So that would be your all matte palette. Which some people do just like matte shades. They don't like shimmers. I'm not a big shimmer person. I do like a nice matte eye, but I do like to put some shimmers sometimes in the middle of my eye or on the lid. This one is Lost Lagoon. This one's so pretty. Again, this is more of a bolder palette. If you're more into those jewel tones, brighter colors, you're going to have this gorgeous navy cobalt blue, this deep, deep green, brown, this turquoise teal color, this really pretty aquamarine color, this one, and then you got your browns. This shade is gorgeous. I mean, it's so pretty. You've got the green. Like, these are all going to be very jewel toned, very vibrant shades. Let me see if I can. That one is a black with a shift in it, so you're going to see a shift of colors in that one. It comes across as like a black hunter green. You can see that green undertone to it. So these would be more of your vibrant colors. So that would be Lost Lagoon. But you could share them out. You can, you know, make it so that they do sheer out a little bit. They are really blendable, so don't be afraid if you want to try some of those shades, but you're like, oh my God, those are way too bold for me. You can blend them out. So don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid to try a more bolder palette and just share it out, because you can always put a lighter shade on top also. So this one is Violet Skies. This is all pretty much purples with some really light lilac shimmers. This one's so pretty. You have a glitter, which is like, it's a shifting glitter. It's almost like a holographic. Can you see like the different shifts to it? That one's so, so pretty. This is another almost like a foil holographic, really pretty. The purple one, this shade of purple is so pretty. It's not like that Barney purple. It's just a really pretty purple that's a wearable purple. I love that shade. And then you have your gold like an accent highlight. You could do a highlight with this. You could put it in the center of your eye. You could do the whole lid, but so super, super pretty, you guys. So those are the eyeshadow palettes. So many things that you can do with these palettes. You can mix and match them. You can use shades from each one. You can work strictly off of just one of them. Like, it's totally up to you. Totally up to you. But I think today, for the purpose of today, I think I'm going to go in with my tried and true favorite Desert Sands. I love it because it's just, like I said, a really pretty soft neutral palette, and I like that, and I'm not really going anywhere, so I don't need to be too glammed up. So I am going to start off with this shade right here as my base. And I'm going to prime my eyes with this. Now I have foundation on my eye already, so if you wanted to skip this step, you could and just use the foundation as your base. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, and you can see that. And then just, if you go too far out like I did, just add a little bit more to take away from that whiteness, because I just went a little too far over. But you can see that gives me a really nice base. Then I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to start off with this one in the crease. And I'm just using my window wiper motion. And I'm going to bring that up a little bit above the crease of my eye. Okay, I'm bringing it up a little bit. And what tools you use are also important. You need good brushes, you guys. You don't have to spend a lot of money, though, to have a good brush. I think people feel like they have to spend a ton of money. You don't. You don't need to spend a ton of money to get a really good brush. I know a lot of brands that have really good quality brushes and they're not going to break the bank. And again, I'm bringing this up a little bit above my eyelid crease. And then we're going to soften this all out. And this is a really pretty color if you have blue eyes. It's going to be really pretty. So now I'm taking this shade right here and I'm putting that on my lid. And again, you guys, I mean, I am no makeup artist, trust me. Like, there are girls that do their makeup far better than I do, so don't feel like you can't do this, because you can. You should have seen when I first started Farmasi. I mean, ooh, it was scary. I mean, I had always worn makeup, but I wasn't aware of like how you should apply it, like what the differences were, and you know, how to blend shades together and what shades could go together, and you know, like for different looks. And I always had like eye looks in mind, but I wasn't sure how to bring them to life, you know. I would stare at compacts and look at these colors and be like, what am I going to do with these? Like, how do I put these all together? And that was the good thing about Farmasi, is I learned from the other girls, like, there are no limitations. There's no right and wrong. You can blend colors together. You can blend colors together that you never thought would go together. Like, but you can. I always thought there was like a strict rule, like you couldn't mix this color with that color, or you had to stay and do your eye this way or do your eye that way, and you know, your face makeup. And I always thought that it was so regimented and so rule driven, and that's not how it is. And once you accept and realize the freedom that comes with doing makeup, you open up your world to a whole bunch of opportunities to give yourself so many different looks. You could be a different person every day if you wanted to. You know, like with makeup, you can change your personality every day. Like, it's unlimited what you can do with makeup, really, you know. Or you can keep it the same every day and just have one signature look that you never stray from. But if you're someone that's like really adventurous or loves change, loves to do different outfits and jewelry every day, and you want to do the same with your makeup, then you can, you know. That's the beauty of it. And that was the nice thing about discovering Farmasi, because I learned that you can do that and it's okay. Like, the makeup police are not going to come to your door, you know what I mean? All right, let me see. I'm just gonna go in this magnified mirror and just check my makeup. And then I am going to put a little tiny bit of the gold in the center, just a tiny bit. Nothing crazy. And then I'm just going to take that same brush and blend it in. I just want there to be a hint of lightness in the center of my eye. Just a hint. And then if you want to do a liner underneath, you can go in with a liner brush or any tiny little brush that you have. You can go in and do that. So I'm gonna go in with this middle shade, and I'm just going to smoke it out underneath. I don't like a really dark liner under my eye because I feel like it makes my eyes look smaller, and I feel like it almost makes me look older. So I tend to keep it kind of light. Okay. So that is the eye look. Now we're going to do mascara. I just ordered, it's supposed to come in today, the Infinilash mascara in the brown shade. So I'm super excited about that. I think I'm going to use, do I want to use Zen or do I want to use, I think I'll use Zen. Zen is one of our most affordable mascaras. It's good for your length, your volume, definition. It's gonna give you everything. Like, it is a great all-around mascara, and it is super affordable. And it's user-friendly, so even if you're a beginner, the wand and the brush and everything, you get a lot of control. And it's not too wet of a mascara, which is nice if you're just starting out, because wet mascaras can be a little bit more hard to work with. You got to be more careful about applying them so that you don't ruin your eye look. But like, if you do ever get mascara on your eye or your eyeshadow, you just let it dry, and then you take a I'll show you in a second. I do need to bring my mirror up. Just take a spoolie after it dries and just lightly scrape it, and you can always add just a little bit more mascara to the area if you do take, eyeshadow, if you do end up taking some of it off. So I'm just using the other mirror that I have. I have my vanity mirror, and I also have this trifold mirror. So it gives me a magnified side so I can really see when I'm doing my mascara. And I highly recommend getting one of these. They're not expensive. The only thing is, I feel like I'm like way off camera now, but they're not expensive, and you get so many angles, especially if you're a beginner. and you're not used to putting makeup on, this mirror is so good. And again, because it has a really good formula and it has vitamin infusion, it makes the application really easy. I mean, Zen has been one of my favorites since I started Farmasi almost 6 years ago. It was one of the reasons why I decided to sell Farmasi. That and the liquid matte lipsticks. That was one of my reasons for joining. And again, if you get any on your lid, let it dry and then go back in and just scrape it. And I'm gonna do my bottom lashes. Not everybody does bottom lashes. I do. I feel like my look is not complete if I don't. Even when I don't wear eyeshadow and I use mascara, I always do the bottom. And the bottom, you can use like the curved side of the wand or the flatter side, whichever works better for you. And I do need to, I got a little bit of eyeshadow fall right there. Just want to clean that up. And then let me see if I got a little bit right there. I just need to get that off. Fix this. For some reason, my corner lashes always want to stick together, and it drives me crazy. It's like just two of them. So I just want to separate those. Okay. Gotta separate. Sometimes they just, you know, they want to be best friends with the one next to them. And they don't want to space out the way that they should. And it drives me crazy. So usually when that happens, I tap off some of the product and then I will go back in with a drier applicator, so that I'm not putting more product on, because that's only going to make them stick together more. So if you go in with a drier brush wand, you can kind of go in and separate it without taking the product off. Okay. So that's Zen. That's one coat, you guys. I usually only do one coat. So that's one coat. Let me look up for you guys so you can see. Okay. So Zen mascara. Let's do some lips and we are done. Although it does seem like it takes forever when you are doing it on camera. So I'm gonna go in with, let's see, Ash Brown as my lip liner. And again, you guys, Farmasi is European standard, so we eliminate so many things from our products that the United States allows. A lot of our products are skincare infused. It's just a better quality product. And it's better quality, but you're not going to break the bank buying these either. They're still affordable, okay? They are still affordable. So now I'm just taking my finger and softening that lip line. Okay, you can see it just softens it. I don't have a Cupid's bow. I wish I did, you guys. I wish. So I always try to create one. Because I love the look of a Cupid's bow. I love it. Okay, and then today I'm gonna go in with one of our BB Glaze lipsticks. I just ordered 2 more because I'm out of them. So I'm gonna use BB Glaze number 2. You could also use just a gloss if you wanted to. And again, if you feel that line is a little too harsh, just go in and blend it. But if you like the contrast, then you can add a little bit more. You can see it just adds, it makes that pink pop a little bit more. I'm just building that up a little bit. So this is BB Glaze 2. That's the color. It's really pretty, you guys. Okay, so that's the lip look. Let me get another wipe so I can wipe my hands off now so that I don't get it all over the place. But that's the look, you guys. I mean, if I wasn't doing a tutorial, I could get this done in less than 5 minutes. And like I said, it's just, I think, a really pretty, natural looking makeup look. Anyone can use this and wear this, especially if you have brown eyes. It's just so pretty. It's going to make your eyes pop even more. So we did start out with our elixir oil. Then we went in with a combo of the BB and CC in light to medium. I mixed the two together. I put it on with my hands and my fingers. Then I went over with a damp beauty blender and just softened that out. Make sure everything was blended well. From there, we went in with the Midnight Touch Liquid Bronzer to add warmth back into our skin. For blush, we went in with 2 of our Midnight Touch blushes. We did Pink Cloud and we did Fame. So these 2, that's what we did for blush. For our eyes, we did our Desert Sands palette. This one right here. It's so pretty. So that's what's on our eyes. And then we did ash brown lip liner with BB Glaze number 2. And then for mascara, we did Zen mascara. And I'm not setting my face. I don't set my face. So this is how it is going to stay. And it will not break down. I've never had it break down even in the heat, unless I've gone like this accidentally or wiped my face because I'm hot, and if I have sweat coming down and I wipe, then you'll see a difference. But otherwise, it stays in place. So I don't feel the need to set it. That's just me. But we have setting spray. We have, like I said, a mattifying primer that you could use if you have more oily skin and you like that more matte look, you could do that. So, but look how pretty. You know, I love, love, love these products. And like I said, there's so much to choose from, you guys. You're never going to get bored. Okay, you can create hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of makeup looks with our products. Better for you ingredients, European standards. If you have any questions, message me. If you have questions about what I used today or you'd like to order them, let me know. I will put the link in the description box, but if you want the direct link, just message me and I'll send it to you directly. If you would like to be a VIP customer of mine and get all these products for 50% off without having to sell or build a team, you can do so. Let me know. I'll tell you what you need to do in order to get that discount. And again, it's such a huge savings. It's 50% off. I mean, that's huge. If you would like to join my team as a business partner, if you want to do this as a business and you want to try to make some extra money, let me know. I'll get you signed up under me. We'll get you started. I'll let you know everything that you need to know to get started. You always will have support. You have an amazing website back office that's going to give you everything that you need. Simple. Everything's at your fingertips. Also, if you sign up as a VIP customer, it is going to give you a free website link. So if in the future you decide that you do want to share these products out with friends and family, you can do so. You're already going to be set up. So that's another nice feature. You don't have to use it, but it's there if you want to, because if you start wearing these products and you're getting compliments and people asking you, where are you getting your makeup from? What makeup is this? And you find a lot of people interested. Why not make a little bit of commission if you're going to have your friends and family order? If they're going to order it anyways, they might as well order from you, right? So it's there for you, which is awesome. The other good thing is, if you ever decide that you don't want to be someone that gets that discount, or you don't meet the requirements to get that discount as a customer, the great thing is you can always sign back up. There's no wait time. You can sign back up, no problems at all. So that's amazing too. Some companies will make you wait like 6 months to a year before you can do that. We don't. So all right, you guys, I'm going to leave my link as always. If you have questions, message me. We have health and wellness. We have cosmetics. We have fragrance. We have skincare. We have a men's line. So there's so much more to Farmasi than just cosmetics. So keep that in mind, because maybe you don't wear cosmetics, but you're very much into skincare or health and wellness or fragrance. I have every fragrance from Farmasi. There's a couple that I did not like, but for the majority, I love them all. I just talked about the ones that I'm using right now that I didn't think I would like, that I absolutely fell in love with. So we have fragrance and men's cologne also, which smells amazing. So yeah, So go check out what Farmasi has to offer you guys. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised. Thank you for watching this video. It feels so good to be back doing makeup. And I'll be back soon with another makeup look for you. But again, try. And do not be afraid, you guys, of going more bold with your eyeshadows. You can blend these out. You can add lighter shades on top. They are super, super user-friendly, blendable. They go on like a dream. You're not going to get a ton of fallout. They're just really nice. And you can mix and match all these palettes, or just get a couple, or just get one that you think that you're really going to love, and just experiment and try different colors together. You'd be amazed at how many eyeshadow looks you can get with just one palette. Okay, so don't be afraid. Go try it. Have fun, enjoy, and you know, experiment and be adventurous. Go do something that you might never have thought you would wear. Do an eye look that you never thought that you could pull off or do. Try a palette that you never in a million years thought that you would ever buy, like this one. You'd be amazed at what you can do with this and how good it will look. So go check it out, you guys, and have a great rest of your day. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.